How one man saved billions of lives and what you can learn from him. This e-story is brought to you by Vic.
In all of history, one man has saved more human lives than any other. Far more. Literally billions of lives. And we can all learn from him. About the power of observation, inquisitiveness, passion, and perseverance, and how these things can help ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. Edward Jenner was a doctor in the 18th century, spending a lot of time treating people with smallpox. It was a horribly painful disease, killed 20% of the population each year, and ruined the lives of another 20% through blindness or scarring. That's millions of people every year, and there was no known cure. He noticed that all the local milkmaids had very pretty faces, with no scarring, and, upon investigation, discovered that they had all caught a milder version of the disease called cowpox from cows, and then didn't catch smallpox. He experimented and eventually found that giving cowpox to people which had very few minor side effects would make them immune to catching smallpox. He wrote to the Royal Society, yet his paper was rejected. They said he had no credentials and insufficient evidence. So he did more tests and wrote in again. It was still rejected. Eventually, it emerged that, amongst other things, treating smallpox victims was a very lucrative part of every doctor's surgery, and many doctors had mixed emotions about losing such a big part of their income. So, Jenner did more controlled experiments and wrote to anyone and everyone he could think of, including the government. Eventually, there was so much interest in it that the society had no option but to accept the findings. And the government then provided £30,000, an enormous sum in those days, to spread the practice across the UK as quickly as he could. The approach was named after the cows that lay at the heart of the process. The Latin for cow is vacca, and cowpox vaccinia, and so it became known as vaccination. Vaccination immediately cut the incidence of smallpox, and as its practice spread across the UK and then the world, it helped thousands and then millions and eventually billions of people avoid death and other horrible impacts of the nasty disease. On May 8, 1980, the World Health Organization formally announced that smallpox had been eradicated from the world and recommended that all smallpox vaccinations cease. They said, "The world and all its people have won freedom from smallpox, which was the most devastating disease sweeping in epidemic form through many countries since earliest times, leaving death, blindness, and disfigurement in its wake." This was the first human disease ever to have been eliminated by mankind, and vaccination has now become a standard approach used to prevent many other high-impact diseases in addition to smallpox. It's already saved billions of lives. And it was Edward Jenner who was the original force behind making it happen. He wasn't the first to link cowpox with immunity to smallpox. It was common knowledge in rural communities. He did, however, take such observations and knowledge and applied his passion to make a difference and fought tenaciously against the established wisdom and arrogance and self-interest of others. And he succeeded by adopting a mindset of observation, inquisitiveness, passion, and persistence. So can you. We can all learn and take comfort and confidence from his story. You see, if we only open our eyes and set our radar to spot opportunities and then apply passion and persistence to bring about change, each one of us can achieve amazing things. To spot an existing service in one sector and apply it to another. To spot a market opportunity and start your own business. To spot bad behaviour of an individual at home or at work or at school and then bring about a change. To recognise that the culture of an organisation is wrong and then role model a better way of working so that it changes. To see how something, anything, can be improved and actually do something about it. And, as Edward Jenner has shown us, we don't need to be the boss or the brainiest of people. or the wealthiest, or to make a brand new discovery, or to come up with something that no one has ever done before. You just need to choose to be observant, to be inquisitive in making connections between what you observe and hear about on TV, the internet, or anywhere else, and then to be passionate, persistent, and tenacious in doing what you believe in, despite barriers and the self-interest of others who, for all sorts of reasons, may initially say no. That's what Edward Jenner did, and he saved more lives than any other human being, ever. Literally billions of them. To find out how to reset your brain to help you spot opportunities to achieve big things at work and in your private life, go to the Brain Manual program and watch the fascinating e-tutors called Firing and Rewiring and Future Visualization, and then read the article called The Reticular Formulation. To formulate and achieve specific goals in any part of your life, use the Tools for Success, Goal Setter, and Belief Builder. And to discover more about other inspiring people from history and to learn from them, go to My Extras, My Mentors.